Here's something I picked up from Kal-El Collectibles, and it is the Transformers Generation Selects War for Cybertron Trilogy Autobot Tigertrack. And this figure was part of the weekend clearance or Black Friday weekend clearance from the store. I was lucky enough to get it. I paid $20 for it. I think that's probably the best price I've ever paid for a deluxe class Generation Selects figure. Let's see what we have inside of this. Okay. Very nice. Seems like we've got everything. We've got the figure, weapons, instruction manual, and warranty card at the back. So let's get this figure out of packaging. If you're not familiar with Tigertrack, Tigertrack was just a redeco or a repaint of the original G1 Sideswipe toy, which was a mail-away figure by Figaro magazine way back in January 2003, I believe. And here is Tigertrack out of packaging, and boy, does this figure look great. I love it. I didn't think I was gonna like this figure as much. It's done in this really nice muted matte finish type of yellow, some white plastic, nice black highlights everywhere, some shoulder cannon, and a blaster rifle. Very, very nice. One thing I really like about this figure is the way they've color matched this yellow paint. If you look closely, the pieces like the chest, the feet, the shoulders have all been painted in the same yellow that they used to paint this clear transparent plastic for the windshield, and forms his back. Really nice. This is great fan service, and the quality control on Hasbro has greatly improved with these EARTHRISE figures, and now we see it in the Generation Selects line. You really get what you're paying for. And what I do like about this figure is, because he's just supposed to be a redeco of Sideswipe traditionally, they've redone the actual figure. Instead of red, everything's yellow and all that. But they didn't give him a new head sculpt, but they did at least add Red Alert's blaster rifle, which is great. I mean, those little things, they do matter if you're paying slightly above the retail price of a deluxe class figure and you're getting just a repaint. These kinds of things that Hasbro puts in really helps a lot justifying the price, and it feels like it's a bonus. You already get a great figure, plus you get an extra accessory. I think Hasbro did a wonderful job on this figure. In terms of mold degradation, I don't really see any looseness or anything to support any mold degradation for this figure. Most of the joints, they do feel tight. And what I do like is that this peg of doom for the shins, in the old Sideswipe figure, they were just impossible to remove unless you had to force it out. It was an absolute nail breaker. And with the Red Alert figure, they actually loosened it to the point it was very loose and it didn't tab in as tightly. But with this one, they found a middle ground, and it does tab in nicely, very tight actually, but not super tight that you'll have to break your nails just removing that panel. So those were my issues with the Sideswipe figure and a certain extent the Red Alert figure, but they did quite possibly perfected it, and third time's a charm. They found a middle ground for this figure. So overall, so pleased with the robot mode. The yellow came out great. If only they could have done this with the Sunstreaker figure from the EARTHRISE line. And here is Tigertrack with Sideswipe and Red Alert, his Lamborghini brethren. Very nice. It's so nice to have all three of them. The head sculpt on Tigertrack and Sideswipe, they're painted differently. The kind of silver that they used for Tigertrack is bordering on gunmetal gray, and the eyes are painted in a darker shade of blue. You get that Autobot logo, very nice, no border, just plain tampoed onto that yellow plastic on his chest. Very nice, and you can see the same gun has been also packed with this figure, albeit it's a lighter shade of black. The blaster, the shoulder cannon, as well as this rocket blaster. Is the same mold as Sideswipe, just painted silver on this one, and a glossier black finish on the shoulder cannon compared to Sideswipe. Transform the figure, very simple, much like Red Alert and Sideswipe. Get rid of the weapons, pull this chest piece up, fold the abdomen piece down, just lining up that head sculpt. Okay, raise the arms this way. Fold these out, fold the elbows, wrists, and fold the arms inward like that. Rotate that waist piece, unpeg these. Go ahead and fold these up, and then fold these like this, and like that. Close them, close, tab in, and there you go. There is Tigertrack, his Lamborghini Countach, sort of siege Lamborghini alt mode, and it still rolls very nicely. Fantastic paint apps. You can clearly appreciate the paint apps in alt mode. Some nice silver painted rims, black highlights. I love this clear plastic for his windshield. Very, very cool. And of course, you can mount the weapons like that if you wish. And once again, here is Tigertrack with Sideswipe and Red Alert, all in their alt modes. They look really nice. So even if you don't get an EARTHRISE version or a Kingdom version of these guys, I'm pretty happy. They really look like EARTHRISE or Earth mode vehicles to me. And so some final thoughts on this figure. I think it's a great figure. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I was really very impressed with the way Hasbro handled this. The execution came out brilliantly. Great yellow paint apps. I love that they gave us an extra weapon and not just a straight up repaint and repack of Sideswipe. It's great to have all three of them. I do hope we get Clampdown somewhere along the line as well. It's a great figure. If you're a big fan of this mold, this is something you've got to pick up. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this Generation Select's Tigertrack. Is it something you need to buy? Is it a pass for you? Is it a wait for clearance kind of thing? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. And if you want to help the channel out, please check out my Patreon account. There's a link in the description box below. Thanks for watching.